Hey everyone, here's a quick take-up of 5F from your homework. So to start, I'll just make my pen, red pen here. So I'm going to start at vertex vertice A. So start here at A. So when you start with A, you're going to look at all the different options that are available to you. So you look at each one of the vertices. So you look at this vertice here labeled 1, this one with a weight of 2, this one with a weight of 3, this one with a weight of 3, this one with a weight of 2. So you have to make a decision which path you're going to take. You always take the path with the smallest number to start. So that's the path joining vertice A and E. So that's my least heavy weighted path. So next I look at all the paths available to me. I've got a 2, I've got a 3, I've got a 3, I've got a 2, and I've got a 5. I take my smallest path. And you'll say, well, Mr. Smith, we have a tie between the 2 and a 2. You've already visited vertex E, or vertice number E, or vertice E, so you don't need to visit it again. So you're then going to choose the other possible path that's a 2. So take this path right here. So we've now connected B and E. So next you're going to go through your paths again. You have to look at all your possible paths. So we can choose 5. We don't need to use this path because A and E, we don't need to use this path because A and E are already connected. So that path is really not even worth considering. We can look at this path here. We can then look at this path here, but again, A and B are already connected, so we don't really need to consider that path at all. So the next thing we'll do is we'll also know that this path right here, so it's a little bit confusing because it crosses, but this path right here is a 4, and this path right here is a 3. So that's what that 3 refers to, and that's what the 4 refers to. So I'm just going to undo those two drawings just so that way it's not confusing what I'm referring to or picking. So we already have E and B connected, so we don't need to consider this, or this path. They're all not worth considering. So really the only paths worth considering are the 9, the 4, and the 5. So the least of those paths is a path from A to C, or 4. So now we have A, E, and C connected. All we need to do is connect D, and we look at our options to get to D. It's either a 5 or a 2, and we'll always pick the 2. Once we've done that, I'm just going to scribble out the ones that are not chosen, because that's not chosen, that wasn't chosen. They're just confusing me there. So now we're going to add up all our vertices. I'll just take a second, I'll circle all the values we did use, just so it's a little bit easier when we're tallying up. Okay, that's good. So then we go 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 to get 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 4 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So our minimum spanning tree for this example is 9. We just use Pimm's algorithm to solve that.